Paul Elkins, as more data is compiled, high NLR and lymphopenia are early indicators of progression to severe cases. So this is a very important thing, and this actually deserves a complete lecture. The discussion here by Paul is the following. What he's saying is, so let's look at this. What we are observing, so there is a study, let me show you the study. Here is the study. This is July 9th. Higher level of neutrophil to lymphocyte is associated with severe COVID-19. What does this mean? So we know that part of our innate arm, so let's say this is the innate arm of the immune system. It has dendritic cells in it, it has macrophages in it, natural killer cells in it, neutrophils in it, monocytes, and so on. So these are the cells that constitute the innate arm. Neutrophils are one such cells here in the innate arm. Then we know that innate arm activates the adaptive arm, where there is a naive T cell, which is a T helper 4 type cell. Then that causes T helper 2 cell to be activated in the presence of interleukin 4, and that causes B cell to be activated, correct? And B cells make antibodies. We know that. T helper 1 can be activated in the presence of interleukin 12, and that causes cytotoxic T cell to become activated, correct? What they're finding is this study, what they're finding is that if a patient in the early stages, if a patient has more neutrophils and less CD4 cells and less CD8 cells, if these cells are less, CD4 and CD8, B cell don't matter. Neutrophils, if they are more, that is called neutrophil to lymphocyte ratio. So when neutrophils are more and lymphocytes are less, if that ratio is observed to be abnormal, then the patient has a 5 times more risk of becoming severe with COVID-19. That is a study here. So this is a study in here. They looked at various patients, and they looked at NLR, that is neutrophil to lymphocyte ratio, was identified as an early risk factor for severe COVID-19 illness. Patients with increased NLR should be admitted to an isolation ward with respiratory monitoring and supportive care. So now if we go back here to the question, Paul is saying, as more data is compiled, high NLR and lymphopenia are early indicators of progression of severe cases and mortality. What is your thought on the pathogenesis causing lymphopenia so early in the disease? So it is very interesting that Paul's question is, what is causing it? And I looked into this study as well, and they have a couple of messages here. So 1 second. Here. So they actually say we do not know what is happening. Is it this that the neutrophils are made more, or is it this that the CD4 and CD8 cells are destroyed more by the virus? So the two possible mechanisms they are saying is, one of the most convincing explanation is based primarily on the physiological link between neutrophilia, that means increased neutrophils, and lymphopenia, that means reduced lymphocytes, and systemic inflammation and stress. So he's saying that generally when inflammation and stress occurs, this can happen. So that may be one reason. Another reason is that neutrophils are important cellular components of the host defense in the innate arm, whereas lymphocytes are considered as major cells involved in adaptive arm. Lymphocytes play a key role in regulation of inflammatory response, and sustained reduction in severe cases is associated with non-resolution of inflammation. So what he's saying is, if somehow this system becomes dysregulated, and we know macrophage activation syndrome, we've talked about that. If this system becomes dysregulated, then it is possible that these cells become affected by inflammation and are destroyed either as part of direct viral infection or as the cells are now gone dysregulated in the immune system, they're just killing more cells nearby, and the lymphocytes are the victims as well. This is also possible that neutrophils are triggered to be produced more. So whatever is the reason, this is very important for cool beans, for all of us, that when NLR or when neutrophils are more, lymphocytes are less, even when the patient is in early stage, it is an indicator for the patient that he would become severe. And so the study says, if you observe this, please take them to a, here, so look at this. On the basis of our current study, patients with COVID-19 who are suffering from pneumonia and those with increased NLR should be admitted to an isolation ward with respiratory monitoring and supportive care rather than putting them into centralized isolation.